Or is it half the speed? I think that's something you never forget. That's got to be scary as hell.
If you don't have any.
See, exactly. My paranoid mind would end up going to, like, they like it's fed too often.
Rolls off somehow.
See, I feel like the whole Cinderella team, I feel like that's got to be such a crap team, such a horrible damn team that, it's not just like the lower seeds. It's like unthinkable that they could even be slightly competitive. And then they go almost all the way. That's right. Now they really went far. But this year, aren't they sort of situated? Right. Well, okay, and hundreds of days. Okay, but I think right, and I think they were being called Cinderella.
Yeah, let's put another one. It doesn't help.
But clearly it does. It doesn't happen often, right? Yeah, exactly. I just thought the whole Cinderella was Cinderella. And anyway, I thought about that, and then I thought, this is always fun, because everybody's got something. So what is a word or possibly a phrase that just for whatever reason gets them to understand? 1-800-283-101.5.
Mary in Morristown, you're on New Jersey 101.5.
Have a great rest of your day. I'll never understand that. I don't get it.
They're just wishing you well.
Have a great rest of your day. Instead of just, it's the addition of the rest is what's bothering you.
Absolutely.
Like if they had just said have a great day, but have a great rest of your day is bothering you.
Absolutely. I don't understand how it started, but it's been in French, and it makes me crazy every time I hear it.
You don't have much of a smiley face.
From what types of people do you get it from?
I haven't gotten it in a while, so I used to
From coworkers, okay. I was going to say, I would hope that, like, a stranger in a store would never say that.
Oh, good.
That would be very obnoxious to do that. Okay, what is a word or a phrase that...
Something with a stream.
Sportsbook app. Score big with same-game parlay, where you can combine different bets from the same game, like the money line. Check. Money line. Check. Other player props. Check. Plus, with award-winning customer service, you'll never miss a shift. Download the regular Sportsbook app on iOS and Android.
Damn radar.
It's a whole new game.
Must be 21 plus, available in Illinois only.
Back off!
Conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem,
What are you doing?
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What the hell are you doing? No, you don't!
Lowe's, your weekend destination this spring. Weekending at Lowe's. Weekending at Lowe's.
Vascular disease. But the choice of where to treat it is clear.
The Ohio State University
Dumbass
Harvard
woman.
Vascular Center.
She, lying there longingly, hopeful. Perhaps this is the night he tries. You, before the bathroom's there, bearish belly hanging over the worn elastic of your briefs. If only there were a way to help you muster the fire, the attention span. Alas, there is a place. Hey, and a
Wham! Dunk! Deals! At Coughlin Chevrolet, Central Ohio's #1 Chevy dealer. During truck season, choose from over 150 Silverados and save up to 10 grand in interest with 0% financing. It's a full court frenzy all month long. Find new roads at CoughlинChevrolet.com. Coughlin has the car for you. Based on Central Ohio Chevy year-to-date retail unit sales based on comparison at 5.99% for 48 months on stock number P34953. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. 10-4-3-23.
betting happens as fast as sports. And now every play is faster than ever before. You're on the edge of your seat until the moment when it's all on the line. Which is why it's important to pause before you play. Sports are fast. betting shouldn't be. So remember to set limits, know the risks, and pause before you play. To learn more, visit pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Do you or any of your family members, neighbors, or friends own a property that you just want to be done with it? If so, call Turbo Truck Realty today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you to take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. Call 614-470-2000. That's 614-470-2000.
One of the best savings rates in America is another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Today will feature cloudy skies with scattered rain showers throughout the afternoon. Later on this evening, expect some heavy rain, especially south of I-70. It will be a warm day today. Highs will be near 70, and it will be breezy with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Heading towards tonight, heavy rain will be likely, especially south of I-70. I'm meteorologist Maddie Kirker with your Top 10 forecast on The Fan.
Don't worry, we don't get bones and allergies either. This is Common Man and Tebow.
Happy Thursday. It is Would You Rather Thursday. Send us your Would You Rather tweets. Now T-Bone's going to sell you something.
That's right, Mike. At Valley Ford of Columbus, you know I love the Mustangs. I have a 2022 Mustang, brand new, purchased your car, truck, or SUV at Valley Ford. They have plenty on the lot for you. And the Mustang specials they have this year, they've got a ton of them ready to roll at 0% financing for 60 big months on new 2022 Mustangs. Plus, Valley Ford has big bonus cash offers on new F-150s as well and Atwell. All of those on the lot. You can see them now, 70 at Hilliard Rome Road or valleyfordofcolumbus.com. View the selection there. Go out and see my guy. Christian took care of us when we went out there. But you will find a great sales staff there that will help you out. Find the vehicle you're looking for. valleyfordofcolumbus.com. It is time every single time. I have fast food much more than I have sexy time. Well, much more. I mean, I gotta think. At least I'm doing something. Let me tell you. Outside of like Leo DiCaprio and some of the big time celebrity Richie Rich types and super handsome people, the Kellerman, I have a feeling not either way. I feel like me and Kellerman and Stephen A would all just look at Skip and just laugh at him and be like, this guy, jeez. Right? Like, I feel like there'd be a lot more camaraderie there. I feel like you'd have to make an in with Russo and say Gloria and Cowherd need to, like, I don't know, be shoved out of the elevator. For some reason, I think that Skip would be less annoying because Stephen A is there. I think you're right. I think he has a respect to him. Warriors win 127-125. Mavs are fighting for, like, the final play-in playoff spot. So, losing this game, not ideal. There was a situation, I want to say it was in the third quarter where this happened. Well, this happens under Golden State's basket that they are shooting on. Okay? So he points under the basket. He doesn't point up the other way up the court. Then he blows the whistle again and points at the bench and says, timeout, like that. And both teams go to the bench. You can see some of the Mavs players going, they drop their shoulders, they drop their head. They're like, that was ours. You can see him kind of yell at the ref, and the ref, nope. And then he points over and says, timeout, and goes over there. All right. So then they're under the ref with the ball. Timeout ends. Ref is standing there with the ball under Golden State's basket. The Mavs players all go under their basket for who knows what reason. Then the ref is standing there, and he holds the ball up as Golden State players standing under their basket. Guy from Golden State is standing there with the ball. Ref blows the whistle a couple times, like, hey, I'm not going to, hold this until you come down here, but I'm going to blow the whistle so you see I'm giving the ball to this guy, and once I give it to him, it's in. He gives him the ball. Golden State player tosses it to Kevin Looney. He dunks it. Easy 2 points. No Mavericks players down there. Then, of course, Jason Kidd runs out. What's going on? There was confusion because the ref pointed at the bench for the timeout. But clearly when the ball went out of bounds, he signaled it was Golden State's ball. And then he hands the ball to a Golden State player under their own basket. Even if you were the Mavs player and you thought the ball went out off of them, it's our ball, Why would it be the other end of the court that they would give you the ball? They wouldn't. They would give you the ball.
That makes no sense.
Right at the baseline.
And so that's
went out.
That's what Cuban's all upset about after this game?
So after the game, they lose by 2, and Cuban's like, well, the referees, we're protesting this game because they gave them 2 points that shouldn't have happened. The referee said, oh, we gave the ball to the guys who the ball was out of bounds on. Your dumb team didn't know what to do. Mark Cuban's completely out of his mind if he thinks this has any chance. Thank you. Sorry, that was really bad. That's what I like to do. I didn't watch it. Yeah, well, so now I feel like I was there. When you see Cuban's comments where he's like, this is an outrage, go watch the game and you'll see there's no reason to feel that way.
Your description of events was so good, I'm going to moan like a goat.
This is like shaky. This is like making love to Jim Brewer. I don't like
Notre Dame is clueless all around. I'm sorry, Boatman. We'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
fan traffic.
From the Meister's Bar and Pizza Traffic Center.
Good afternoon. You'll find that West 3rd Avenue between Oakland Avenue and Fairview Avenue that is closed due to a gas leak that's going to remain closed until further notice. You can try 5th or 1st as a possible alternate, but please avoid in the meantime. This traffic report is sponsored by eBay Motors. We do anything to keep your vehicle happy. Let's make sure it's still running smoothly. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, the right parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com, and that's right. I like to welcome owners, listen to drive on the NRA with Fan Traffic.
Need weekend plans to get spring ready? Make Lowe's your weekend destination this spring and weekending at Lowe's. Stop by for free activities and workshops, including our upcoming raised garden bed workshop. This month, we're celebrating with fun events like Spring Fest Egg Bench. Enjoy Easter the whole family. Lowe's.com/events for this month's full lineup. Count on Lowe's for all of your home improvement needs. And now, activities in your community with weekending at Lowe's.
And keep driving. Get a free quote today. Down payments vary and do not mean savings. Terms apply. Safe Auto Group Agency Inc.
It's a Lindsay Buick GMC exclusive Auto Show Cash with $1,000 trade bonus. Over 10 acres of selection with new units arriving daily.
Add up the savings. 500 Auto Show cash bonus plus 1,000 traded bonus and up to 2,500 loyalty cash.
It's big savings on new 2023 GMC Sierras with 2.9% financing up to 60 months and up to $4,500 in cash savings. Lindsay Buick GMC, Bridge 300 North Hamilton Road, or online at LindsayBuickGMCTruck.com.
Good job.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. When I decide to put what little reputation I have behind a product or company, it's a big deal to me. Most of the endorsement deals I have, I've had for years. It's an important relationship. So when Care Heating and Cooling asked if I would be the voice of their commercials, it took me 2 seconds to decide, and it took them 2 seconds to regret it. And that's because I know what they stand for. Honesty. Never trying to screw over the customer for a quick buck. Understanding that long-term success takes patience. There is no more helpless feeling than when your furnace craps out on a cold day or your air conditioner stops working when you're already sweating bullets. Care understands this is when you're at your most vulnerable.
Public right away, asshole.
Competitors smell blood in the water. Care never does this. They'll never talk down to you. Their goal is to diagnose the problem and fix it at the best value possible. They want you as a customer, but more importantly, they want to keep you as a customer. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company, use the facts.
Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, it's a USDA choice boneless beef roast. Your buy one get one free with your car. Enjoy freshness guaranteed at Kroger. No questions, no exceptions. This is Tim Waddell, General Manager of Buyers Closet in Douglas. Now at Buyers Closet.
That means we've got home internet that's more reliable and a whole lot faster. In fact, 10 times faster. No, seriously. With our fiber-powered network, we're literally 10 times faster than the other guys. So act now to get superior home internet. Find your perfect speed with prices starting at just $19.99 a month for 24 months. Terms and conditions apply. Go to breezeline.com to learn more.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Oh, yeah.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey. Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Boatman is producing the show today. He's also the biggest Notre Dame fan in the world. so I'm sure that will piss him off to the point where our microphone just magically cut off.
I did hear him. Travis Powell, I think, was asking, I thought I overheard this. Was he asking you directly, or was he just saying, does Bodie own any Ohio State clothing? Because you went to Ohio State.
I did go to Ohio State, yeah.
Do you own any Ohio State clothing?
I do not. I've seen him in Notre Dame stuff. I've seen him in Dallas Cowboys stuff.
That's all I've ever seen him in, yeah. Do you have any baseball stuff? Is there a baseball team that you rock? No. All right.
Hey, very appreciative. I don't know if that's ultimately good or bad.
I think you're putting having an academic fight, but it is a little rich that one of the most exclusive private universities in the country is like, it's really a shame that everybody's not getting the same kind of access to players and talent. Right. That's an argument that you can have if you're not in school. It's like, sorry, we don't let everybody in here, and it's very... With an 18 or 19-year-old being an employee of Notre Dame University, and I don't understand why. If you're having that same argument when you go to the local bookstore on campus and order your coffee at the little barista roaster they have there, and that college student is working for free, then I guess I'd understand your argument. But all over your campus, on every one of these campuses, you have college students who are getting paid to do jobs. They're not getting paid millions of dollars. They're getting paid something, and they will get benefits from that if they eventually keep working there full time. I don't understand why that's any different if your thing that you do just happens to be something that's valued a lot more than putting books on a shelf or getting a coffee or stocking the student bookstore. I don't understand why we can pay those students money, but we can't pay the ones who are going out and catching 10 touchdowns in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
This notion that teenagers can't be employees because they're too young, and what would they do with the money and the responsibility? Connor Bedard is going to be playing on an NHL roster at the age of 18. Yep, next season. 100%. So let's stop with all of this.
No one, and by the way, no one's going to say that about him. No, everyone's going to say how great it is that he's going to go out there and show the world how awesome he is.
When you have a very specialized, advanced skill set, regardless of what the job is, unless it requires, years and years of medical training because you're cutting somebody open.
Well, yeah, right.
There are certain steps you have to go through there, but if you are very skilled,
a business could say, they could open up a restaurant in town and say, what is everybody paying around here, 10, 15 bucks an hour? Cool, I'm offering 35 bucks an hour because I want the best servers. You could do that. You might be able to make it work.
Do that for a little while.
Well, my point is, at some level, it will even out because someone else will say, I think we can do about as good as that, but not by offering that much.
I think it's already evening out.
It will. It will.
I'm telling you, I hear from more and more people at big universities where they thought they have this name, image, and likeness windfall, and there was a little bit at first, and it sort of trickled away.
Yeah,
that's not to say it's always going to be like that.
There's going to be outliers, I get that. But, if your argument is, well, in the NFL, they have a salary cap. Sure they do. The reason for that is because 32 owners got together, or whatever it was, they set this up before that. They got together and said, hey, guys, we don't want to pay any more than this. We want to cap the amount of earnings these guys can make. They're capping it at millions and millions of dollars, but there is a cap to it. That's because of competitive balance. That's a fine idea if you're saying everyone needs to be able to make this profitable for us as owners of these pro sports teams. Harder to do when you're talking the NCAA, different conferences, different levels of competition,
different regions of the country.
That's why name, image, and likeness is kind of, I don't want to say, it's not a perfect solution, but it's kind of the one that's going to probably stay for a while because everyone can kind of set the value wherever they think it's worth. If you work in a place where there's a bunch of car dealerships that want to pay, they will.
You can go to every Guardians game for less than $50. Details next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fair.
Fan traffic.
From the Meister's Bar and Pizza Traffic Center.
Good afternoon. Watch out for an accident causing some slowdowns on the west side of I-70 eastbound at Wilson Road. It is blocking the right side. Please be cautious as cars work to get around this. Also to find some delays on the north side of I-71 northbound between 670 and 11th Avenue. That's a 5-minute delay. This traffic report is sponsored by Staples Stores. During Staples Teacher Palooza, teachers save big or you save, like 20% on all Crayola products. Plus 80-count Lysol disinfecting wipes are only $1.99. And store only offer ends $3.25 while supplies last. Help your favorite teacher stock the classroom at Staples. On the NRA with Fan Traffic.
You want an electric vehicle but don't want to follow the crowd. Experience Polestar, pure, progressive, performance. A gift for yourself and the planet. Minimalistic luxury, sustainably sourced materials, no salesperson or pressure, just personalized design in a space that has purity and space. Buyers is the only space in Ohio where you can touch, feel, and drive the difference. Experience it at Polestar Columbus on the Bowser Hills campus, Hamilton Road by the airport.
Visit us at polestarcolumbus.com. Enjoy a whole new kind of bracket this March as 16 Ohio breweries compete in their own tournament at the Walrus Kitchen and Public House in their Beer Bracket Challenge. The challenge runs the entire month of March, so make sure you visit the Walrus each week to help your favorite brewery make it to the next round. Celebrate local breweries by watching the tournament on 30 big screen TVs in a fun, lively environment. The Walrus Kitchen and Public House, the corner of Main and 4th downtown. The WalrusColumbus.com.
Colin Man here for Maine Lexus of Dublin, and here's an impression of my wife over the years. Are you ready?
What do we need high-speed internet for? Oh. What do we need high-definition television for? Oh. Why do we need a Lexus? Oh.
As a matter of fact, if the world were ending, she could only save me or the car, she would save the Lexus. We don't even get intimate anymore. She just sits in the Lexus and smokes a cigarette. The invitation to Lexus event is going on all month long at Maine Lexus with a great in-stock
bonus money instantly by playing our exclusive Bet Rivers Squares this basketball season. Place qualifying bets on a game and get a square at no extra cost. If the numbers in your square match the final score of the game, you win! Bet Rivers at America's favorite basketball squares. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21 plus. Available in Illinois only. Void where prohibited. Maximum bonus is $10,000. Higher probability of lower award. Full terms and conditions at betrivers.com, including wager and bonus restrictions. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Need weekend plans to get spring ready? Make Lowe's your weekend destination this spring with Weekending at Lowe's. Stop by for free activities in your community with Weekending at Lowe's.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs.
It never dawned on me how much walking I used to do until I bought a house in the suburbs. Like when I'd say, I'm going for coffee, of course I was walking, but now it's like 3 miles.
By bundling your home and auto, that's the easy part of adjusting to the suburbs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
One is angry, the other one is bald.
What do you think I mean, bald? Bald! Bald!
Here's Man and Bone.
You know, Bone, I have some good news for you.
What's that?
I'm always the bringer of good news.
Sure.
Major League Baseball opening day is 1 week from today.
There you go.
1 week from today. And I like how every single team is opening on Thursday. We don't have any Wednesday. We don't have any... Some teams are opening on Friday. Every single team opening on Thursday. That's the way it should be.
I agree with you on that. That's awesome.
The Guardians are doing something that I've seen other teams do before. I can't remember if they've done it before, but they're introducing the all-new Ballpark Pass. For $49 a month, you get a standing room only ticket to every Guardians home game in that month. For example, there are 12 games in the month of April, including opening day. You pay $49, you can get into all of them. You don't get a seat. You gotta stand on the home run porch or walk around the outfield, but you're in the ballpark for $49.
Well, that's true, but also, I'm gonna guess 9 times out of 10, most of those games, not opening day because it isn't. T-Bruce says my guy. It's too hot. With the weather, it's not that today. With the weather being what it is today, would you rather be stuck in a tornado or a hurricane? I mean, stuck in a tornado means your house is getting destroyed. Well, if a tornado's hitting your house, you're lucky to survive. If a hurricane hits where you live, you're probably most definitely surviving it. You might have a few days where you don't have, resources.
Floods may kill you and things like that.
Yeah, but most likely you're surviving.
I mean, if a tornado directly hits your house,
your house and your hit, you'll survive a hurricane much more likely than a tornado.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take that one.
Yeah, I mean, both are bad. Both are terrible.
I think something wasn't right. His middle-aged furnace had quit, and the company called to fix it and said he had a bad motor. They could replace it, but the new motor wouldn't last long. Of course, they recommended replacing the furnace and gave him the price. He told them to fix it. Just as predicted, the furnace quit overnight, so he called off. By removing the motor and see the problem, a wad of toilet paper had been dumped into the exhaust. With the toilet paper removed, the furnace ran perfectly. The customer compared it to the roll in his basement van. It matched. How did the toilet paper get there? We'll draw your own conclusion, but the first company pays its techs to sell new furnaces. At Care, we pay our techs to fix furnaces, not sell them. Only if a new one is truly needed will a specialist be called to give you all your options. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Hey Columbus, Tim Pearson here, founder of Cheddar Whiskey, the only Tennessee highball. Cheddar Whiskey 91 is an award-winning small batch brew crafted with 4 grains, including 3 specialty malts for a distinctly rich and complex flavor. Drink Cheddar Whiskey and enjoy responsibly.
How do I handle this being 500 nitrogen say?
The best answer is to call the Waterworks.
Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. Better care, better value, better results.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit LindsayHonda.com.
WBNSFM, HD1 Columbus.
And I'm Timmy Hall. Let's start with some Ohio State football. Depending on who you talk to, beyond the quarterback battle, offensive line might be listed as the most interesting position group to focus on. Everything going to lose into the draft. And offensive line coach Justin Fry gave his thoughts on that group today.
We got to play the game a little bit today. So it's time to
Are you flipping kidding? What in the world?
A lot of guys at the moment. I'm just
Are you flipping kidding?
a lot of guys. So, I know that question comes at some point. And the answer is like,
What in the world?
We're going a ton of guys at the once. I don't know, we like it that way.
Rolling a lot of guys. Josh Fryer could be the dude at left tackle. We'll see sophomores Tegra Tishabol and George Fitzpatrick shed their black stripes. March Madness tonight. Get started in some Vegas action. 7:15 Arkansas and UConn. Also Michigan State versus K-State at 6:40 at Madison Square Garden. Breaking sports news on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest.
Because he's fat.
Here's Matt.
Really? Stupid ass.
Did you know that sports gambling is legal in the state of Ohio?
You'll never go home and see your family again.
Right.
Who needs them?
No.
What do they give you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Love and
Your
warm
6-year-old giving you
feelings.
parlay odds? No. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. World Baseball Classic final, we talked about it yesterday. It was a great moment for the World Baseball Classic. I've already read op-ed pieces today saying we can't wait for the next one. And that's exactly what Major League Baseball wants out of this. Team USA in Japan, Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout to win it. It averaged 4.48 million viewers on FS1, 4.97 million if Fox Deportes is included. That game had bigger viewership than all but one Major League Baseball game on FS1 from last season. The only one to top it was Game 4 of the NLCS. The NLCS, I'm sorry. Wow. The Padres and the Phillies. The last regular season game with viewership that high was the Field of Dreams game from 2021. Other than that, no regular season game had reached that many viewers since the New York Yankees faced the Boston Red Sox in 2011 at 4.72 million. It was the third most watched television show of the night behind The Voice and FBI, whatever channel that is and whatever show that is.
I would like to think it's The Voice, but done with FBI agents who are still wearing their disguises as they are trying to get info.
Speaking of The Voice, I don't watch The Voice. I'm not against singing contests per se, but I used to like American Idol when they would mock people.
Oh, I was confusing, sorry. The Voice and the Masked Singer. That would have made a lot more sense if I had said it the right way.
The Voice is the one with the chairs, right?
Yeah, where they spin around.
And I think Kelly Clarkson done The Voice.
I believe you're right.
I would like to point out that for a long time I have said Sarah McLachlan is my favorite female singer of all time.
Okay.
I can listen to her sing the phone book, and I still love her and adore her. I would like to be next to her right now, just to bask in her presence. Okay. However, I have not seen a song that Kelly Clarkson cannot sing well. Oh, yeah. She is awesome. She's got her talk show. I've never seen it. I've seen clips of it. Okay. But every single day on her talk show, she does a cover of some song.
I was going to tell you that.
And let me tell you something, man. I wish she would
full version because sometimes it's 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. She sings the hell out of these songs, and she does it in a way like she's not even trying. Like some people really have to dig in deep with the diaphragm. She's just there on a lazy Sunday afternoon, hitting these notes like it's no big deal.
Well, I think you're bringing up a good point here, that there are times because of our celebrity-driven culture where you're like, oh, this person's a singer, that person's a singer. They're a musician, they're doing a big concert tour, they're doing whatever. They're on social media because they are a singer, but they're also attractive and fashionable and a bunch of other things. Like Kelly Clarkson, and she's not the only one, right? But sometimes we've glossed over some of these people who are just such excellent singers, and they maybe, it's not that she doesn't have the personality or all the other things she does. She's a star. But there are just some people in music where it's like, oh, that person is a singer among the singers. Yes. Right? Like, and she's the Tony Gwynn of singers, where all the other singers are like, well, but look at how good she is, right? Like, I'm trying to think who else probably falls in that category.
She's doing like In the Meantime by Space Hog. It's not like she's doing the most famous songs ever. She will pull out 90s, like marginal hits.
Well,
they haven't thought about in 25 years.
She's got a good backing band, too, because they have to be able to nail those and arrange those songs for, to play that.
It's all, and I'm sure she has a say in who the hell is in the band and what they're doing, but she is great.
Yeah. Oh, they do a phenomenal job. I'm just saying, like, there are people who get by because they're big celebrities who can sing not good. I didn't know that she was married to Reba McEntire's son. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either until I just read the story.
What a country music power couple that must have been. I mean, not that Kelly Clarkson only does country music. Some songs in country music, but
no one
a lot of
songs
she wants to. Yeah. Anyway, I was just going to tell you a little tidbit from my days in the Christian rock world. I have a connection to Kelly Clarkson, very, very vague one.
Oh, did you meet her?
No. The drummer for her band, his name is Lester. I forget his last name. I've met the guy a few times. So Lester Holt, from NBC guy. Her drummer played in a band that we used to play all the time on that station. And so I saw, like, one day she had tweeted out, like, my drummer is one of the best in the business, love having him, blah, 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 and happy birthday, because he turned whatever he did. And they had a cake for him, and I'm like, oh, that's the dude, that's Lester. And, like, he'd come in, we'd interviewed him before, and now I always like to see people that started off in more humble beginnings get to the big time. Like, the band he was in, fine.
7.4% of the televisions that were on in Japan were tuned to the final outcome of the World Baseball Classic. 97.4%.
That's the entire country. That's not.
Everyone watching TV.
That's not Tokyo.
Everyone in the entire country of Japan. There's 3 people like watching Japanese Judge Joe Brown. Lemonade, whatever, right. But everybody else.
And actually, it's probably Judge Judy just because she's on everywhere. Like
her in a kimono.
Sure, whatever, but it's like she does different versions for different countries. But
FJY, 733.
The only thing I've ever heard that comes close to that, Mike, is Indy 500. For years, I think they still do this, although I could be wrong. I believe in Indianapolis, they do a thing where it's not shown live on TV. Unless it's sold out. Right. So they only have it live broadcast during the race. If you want to find out what's going on, there's obviously the internet now. But for years it was just on the radio then. Yes. And their local radio station would get something like a 75% rating. Basically meaning of the radios that are on in Indianapolis between the hours when this was on, they were all tuned to their broadcast of the Indy 500, but that's because either you had to be there physically to watch it, and a lot of those people probably had the radio on too, but you couldn't watch it on TV. It was and it was only in that little, not little, but in that town. It wasn't like the entire Midwest or all across the country. All of Japan got a better rating than that.
Maybe it's just too simplistic of me, but I think it's still nice that in 2023, there can be something that unites pretty much